Let me start by showing you my Parkinson's patient. He had horrible balance to go with his tremors. Both improved on his first and second adjustment. I'm Dr. Jason. You guys asked me to make this video to explain my technique and why it's different, why it's different than other upper cervical techniques. So anyways, this is the table right here. That's all it is. It's a little sound wave. You don't even feel it. There's a hammer here, and it strikes on the inside, sends a percussive sound wave here, and it exits the stylist, and it's aimed directly at the atlas bone, right there. So here's where I can get people to hold their atlas adjustment when others can't. This is the angle of the jaw. This is the mastoid. What we're looking at is right here. You have the mastoid right here, and you have the jaw. Behind all that, in this teeny tiny little space, is the atlas. I'd have to put my hand in that notch to try and hit it. The closest I can get with my hand is C2. Whenever I put my hand right here, underneath this bone, in front of the jaw, the best force I could probably generate would be straight across. That will shift this bone into place as close as it can get. But it's not dead center. It's not exactly where it needs to be. Now here's the number one reason why I can get people to hold really well for months at a time, and hopefully soon to be a year at a time. This area, this represents the stylist that I just showed you. And so with the stylist, I can generate a force that actually hits the atlas bone right where it needs to be hit, and it'll drop it down in place and put it as close to dead center as possible. That right there is the single reason why, because I can come in from the correct line of drive to realign all of these misalignments. Now the quality of the adjustment will make a difference in the long term. So if I give someone a straight adjustment with my hand, I could get them to hold this alignment. It's not a great looking pattern. I'd like to have the blue and the red on top of each other. That's not perfect. Now if I gave them a better quality adjustment and got those lines centered up the way it needs to, there's less pressure on the brainstem, the body can hold longer, and it'll hold a better alignment. So this picture in the center, I know a lot of you have seen this at your upper cervical clinic. When the atlas goes out of alignment, the shoulders tilt, the spine twists, the hip raises, this leg gets shorter. This is in all upper cervical chiropractic clinics. But rarely do any of them actually try to fix all of this with their adjustment. So let me explain how we do that. We will untilt the head using our headpiece. We will use a shoulder piece to drop or raise the shoulder. Also, if the spine is twisted, we will untwist the spine with the table. Here's the mechanism and how we untilt the head or tilt the head. Here's how we raise or lower the head on top of the spine. Here's how we untwist the spine under the atlas. And here's how we raise or lower the shoulders. All right, so here is really where the magic of this table is. It's in the mathematics. So it's more than just one bone being out of alignment. If you mathematically calculate what's happening to the spine, I get this whole algorithm on how to set the machine up and how to fix somebody and adjust them properly. When the adjustment is done perfectly, everything will center back up. The yellow will move to the green, the atlas line will drop, and you'll see huge changes to the body.
Almost completely gone. My headaches are almost completely gone. My dizziness is gone. Ringing ear completely stopped as soon as
the adjustment you gave me. Immediately, it's like my arm came back to life and there's no more pain.
Over a year now, and it has just gradually gotten worse and worse, and almost to the point where...
You see your foot? See how it's progressed in it? Go ahead and raise your toes up.
Spinal tap to see if I had MS. I had a doctor test me for bone cancer. One doctor thought I had just arthritis. Lupus was a big one for a while. We thought it was lupus.
She couldn't look left with her left eye. A month later, she could look left after her first correction. Anyways, we are always looking for new testimonies. That's what it's all about. Call us at 817-724-7715.